Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome back to my channel. I have an Easter DIY for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful Easter wreath using 10-inch mesh and the curl method. I picked up my 10-inch Deco mesh from papermart.com. Let me show you how to make it. Here is a list of the tools and materials I used to complete the project. For your convenience, I've also included a detailed list in the description box below. Let's get started. You're going to need one of these wood cutout signs from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using this one that I cut the bunny off. On this one I cut it off and I used it on another project, and this one I just need the Happy Easter part. So if you don't have one of these where you have this section, you'll need this sign. Or if you don't want to use this, you can use whatever small Easter sign you want to add to your wreath. For my bunny, I'm going to be using one of these. I think they are so cute. Now I did add a little cottontail. This is just one of the white pom-poms from Dollar Tree. I put a carrot in his hand. And I added a little bow tie. I think he looks so cute. That's all I'm going to do to him. But he is going to be my bunny on my wreath. This is the ribbon that I used. I got it out of the Easter section. I thought it was so cute. I just loved the multicolored plaid. I thought it screamed perfect for bow tie. I'm going to paint my sign. I'm going to go ahead and remove my jute cord here. Now each letter I'm going to paint a different color. And the colors that I've chosen are all from Apple Barrel. This one is Pale Daffodil, Spring Green, Pink Parfait, Lavender Sachet, and Pool Blue. Before I start to paint, I'm just going to take my pencil and I'm going to go and clean up the lines so I know exactly where I want to place my paint so I don't get confused as I'm putting it down. Trace out where each of the letters are. This will just make it much easier for me when I go to paint. Makes it much easier to read the words and know exactly where I need to put my paint. I'm going to be painting each letter a different color, and I'm just going to alternate as I go so that the colors are all mixed up. I have all 5 of my colors out, and 1 to 2 coats should be sufficient. One color will have on 3 letters, the rest you'll have only on 2. So paint all of your blue letters and then rinse your brush, paint all your pink and so forth. It'll just make it easier so you don't have to keep changing your paintbrush. I have my Happy Easter painted. I did each letter a different color. On the lavender and the blue, I went in and did some polka dots. I just used one of these small pouncing brushes. I dipped it in white paint and then just stamped on the little dots. You want to let everything dry completely before you move on. Now I'm just going to take this old brush. You want something that is kind of rough on the edge. We're going to do a little bit of dry painting over this with some white paint. You don't need a lot. A little will go a long way. Make sure your brush is dry. Get just a small amount on your brush and then just go around the edges and add a little bit of texture. I just don't want this to be super bright. So just by taking a little bit of paint and then quickly brushing through will help to soften the colors a little bit, add a little texture, and make it look cute. So just go ahead and work on that until you get it the way you like it. You're going to need 4 rolls of 10-inch Deco mesh, 1 in purple, 1 in pink, 1 in blue, and 1 in green. I picked up this Deco mesh from papermart.com. It is nice Deco mesh. I like working with it. It does fray a little bit, but it is nice mesh. And these cost $2.21 a roll. You're also going to need an 18-inch wreath form that I picked up from Dollar Tree. I'm using the 18-inch wreath form because the size of the bunny. If you can only find the 14-inch wreath form, you can use that as well. I like to cut my Deco mesh using a rotary cutter and a self-healing mat. Dollar Tree does sell this rotary cutter. It works very well. I have used it on the past dozen or so wreaths, and I'm still using it. But you can always cut your mesh using scissors. They just need to be sharp. You're going to want to cut your mesh at 10 inches. So it'll be a 10-inch square. To make your bundles, you will need 1 piece of each color, a full-length pipe cleaner, and then I like to use a little clip to help me hold everything. Now the method that we're going to be doing is the curl method or rolled method, and you simply roll up your mesh. I like a nice large roll, so this rolls about 3 to 4 times. Once I get it rolled, I just clip it in the center to hold it. Grab my next color and roll that up. Now if you roll it too tight, the ends will stick out and then you'll have problems. So you want to keep them nice and big. It doesn't matter how you put the colors together. In fact, it's better if you kind of mix them up different each time. That way the colors will be better mixed throughout your wreath. Once you have all 4 of your colors rolled, just grab it in the center, take that pipe cleaner, and wrap it around. Now this mesh is bigger and thicker, so it's a little bit more difficult to work with. But just pull it to the back and pinch right at the base and give it a twist. That's why I like to fold everything down. It helps me get in there and get a better handle. And that is what your bundles will look like. You will need a total of 24 bundles to complete the wreath. When you attach your bundles to your wreath form, you will attach them at each crossbar on the 2 bars on the outside. Then you will attach 1 bundle to the 2 bars on the outside in the middle and 1 bundle to the 2 bars on the inside in the middle. And that is how each section will go. At first it may look like that's not enough bundles, but once you get going, you'll see that because this is such big mesh, that will be plenty. And when I attach them here at the crossbar, I put 1 on this side and then 1 around the outside. But so it doesn't slide, I take that outside one and wrap it around the bar, then bring it in and give it a twist. That way it's not going to slide to either side. So I do that whenever I do a crossbar. Then once you get a section done, you can go in and kind of play with your mesh and move it around so that the colors are kind of more mixed up rather than in a row. Okay, I'm going to fill in a couple sections and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. I have all but 2 sections of my wreath complete. Here on the back, you can see on each crossbar, I've placed a bundle, and then on the 2 bars on the inside, there's 1 bundle in the middle, and on the 2 bars on the outside, there's 1 bundle. And as you can see, it is quite full. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and finish my base, and then we'll come back and decorate. The base is all done. I'm very happy with it. It's very full. I love the colors. Now, as you're attaching your bundles, you want to trim off any excess of the pipe cleaners. Leave it about an inch, half inch to an inch, and then fold them so that they face forward. That way it'll help keep your back clean. You also want to make sure to push all of your bundles forward so that they're not facing towards the back. At this time, I also, here at a crossbar, added another pipe cleaner and made a loop. This is what I'm going to use to hang the wreath. And this is what I have left over of each of the rolls after finishing the wreath. We're going to work on the bow. Now I pulled out this ribbon, which I got from Dollar Tree. I think it is so pretty. It is like a kind of a teal blue burlap ribbon. I grabbed 2 rolls, though I think I'm only going to need 1. I also pulled out this roll, which has these really pretty Easter eggs on a white background. This also came from Dollar Tree. And then I picked this one up. This one I actually got from the 99-cent store, but any kind of multicolored Easter colors will work. I've unwrapped all my ribbon. I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to measure 8 inches for a tail, and then I'm going to pinch and slide it in between the 2 large dowel rods and pull that tail down. Now, because this ribbon has a good side and a bad side, when I come through, I need to twist it. You want the nice side to be facing down. You're going to want to measure your loops at 5 inches. Make a loop, pinch, twist, and slide. Make sure that the nice side is facing down. Do that, pinch. Pull down, twist. And I want to do 2 loops on either side, the same size. Measure your tail at 8 and cut. Now just check your bow, make sure that your loops are the same. Do any adjusting that you may need. Now we're going to move on to this ribbon, and instead of measuring at 5 inches for your loops, you're going to measure at 4 inches. And now I'm going to do my final ribbon. I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but instead of measuring at 4 for the loops, I'm going to measure at 3. Okay, now we've done 2 loops on either side. You're going to twist one more time. You're going to make a small loop. This is going to be for the center of your bow. So make it about only 1.5 inches. Inch come down. And you're going to want to twist again and then come back through. You just need to hold a small amount on the other side so it doesn't pull through, and come down for your other tail. Measure that and cut. So I have 1 small loop on this side, and then I have just enough to pull through so that it'll hold. Now those are all my ribbons. You'll need 1 full-length pipe cleaner. Grab that right in the center and lift up. Pinch right where you had everything, and wrap your pipe cleaner around. On a big bow like this, I like to wrap it around twice. Pull it real tight and twist. Now you just want to fluff your bow, pull your tails down. Make sure the pattern is facing the correct way. Dovetail all of your ends and fluff out your bow. To prep our sign to put on our wreath, you're going to need some floral wire. Here in the two holes where the jute cord was to hang it, I ran floral wire through, pulled it to the back, one through the hole and one over the top, twisted it together, and I'm going to be using these to attach it to the wreath. Now to attach my bunny to the wreath, I'm going to be using this little weaving set that I got from Dollar Tree. You can find these over in the hair accessory aisle where they have like the shower caps and things like that. This has 3 different needles and some heavy duty thread. So in the kit they have this nice curved needle. Go ahead and strand that and double it up and then tie a knot at the end. Now I'm going to use this to attach my bunny in 2 different places. I'm going to do it down here, and then I'm also going to do it up here on his head. Now I want him to sit on the left hand side, so I'm going to do it here on the left hand side. And I'm just going to take that. It's nice that it's curved. You can just pinch it. Get a good amount on there because you don't want it to pull through. And now you have a nice long string that you can wrap around the back of the wreath and tie it off. And I'll do the same thing up here to attach him. As you can see, I strung it again here at the top and here at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and attach my bunny by taking these and tying it to the frame. Once I get him positioned properly, I'll also tack him down with some hot glue. I got the bunny all attached. Next, I'm going to attach my sign, my Happy Easter sign. I'm going to attach it directly across from my bunny. I'm also going to be attaching my bow. I'm not sure if I want it here over the sign or if I want it more in the middle, but I'm going to get my sign and my bow attached. I got my bunny and my sign attached. I played with the placement a little bit until I got them right where I wanted, and then I went in the back and hit it with some hot glue to make sure that they were both fully set. I do have my bow up here at the top. I'm really happy with that. This is the last thing I'm going to decorate with. I am not sure where I got these. They are called Celebrate. They were $1.98 and I got 6 of them. I don't know if I got these at Walmart or if I got these at the 99-cent store. But these are what I'm going to be using. Dollar Tree has these large picks. They're just about the same size, so you can use these as well. And I'm just going to hot glue these around the wreath and fill in. Just hit with a nice amount of hot glue. And then nestle it right on into the wreath. I'm going to glue in the rest of my eggs and then I'll come back and show you the finished product. Okay, there you are. We're all done. I got all my eggs glued in. I think it is the perfect final touch for this wreath. I'm really happy with how bright and cheery it is. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's craft. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and some love in the comments. This really does help support my channel. It lets YouTube know that I have content that's worth watching. Thanks so much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to see you. I hope everyone is staying happy, healthy, and strong. You have a great day, and I will catch you next time.